Hi there, John again. Okay, so I'm going to talk about two things here. On time and in time. Sometimes this is confusing for people. And you know, those prepositions are so nasty in English. So we're going to go through it, and the difference is pretty small, but in some situations it's, you know, it's important to know the difference. Okay, so on time is when you are at the plan. So if you plan to be at some place, for example, at 6, and you arrive at 6, then that means you're on time because that was your plan, and that's when you arrived. So you're not late, you're not really early, you're on time. It's almost like, well, if something is on this, so it's on, right on top, right? It's not sort of not before, it's not later. This is on. So that's on time. So what we could say, for example, I need to be on time or I'll get fired. I will get fired. So my job, it starts at 6 o'clock and I have to be on time because that's when my boss expects me to be there. In another situation here, you'll never arrive. Here we can do both, either in time or on time in this traffic. So for example, you're in traffic, it's very busy, so the cars are moving very slowly, and it's going to be difficult to arrive at the planned time because the traffic is very heavy, so the cars are moving very slowly. So, and I haven't explained in time, but in time means with enough time to spare. That means maybe a little bit earlier. Or in time could also mean right at the moment where you're supposed to be there. Okay, so it could be a little earlier, but also just before. So in this situation, if you arrive in time, for example, you start work at 6 o'clock. And if you arrive, say, at 5 to 6 or something, then you're in time. You know, you're going to start work at the correct time. Okay, so here is another example of sort of in time. The ambulance arrived just in time. Okay, so at the last moment. If they arrived any later, he would have died. Okay. So the person, I don't know, maybe there was something going on. He was like, he wasn't breathing properly, and so when the ambulance people got there, they gave him some mouth-to-mouth resuscitation. That means like they plug the nose and they breathe into their mouth. So they managed to sort of bring this person back to life, but if they arrived a little later, maybe it would have been too late. Okay, so it was like just in time. Sometimes also when we say just, we always use, we can use like in time, just in time. Like just is like the moment before. Here's another one. We arrived in time to get a snack before the snow. Before the show. What am I talking about? So in this situation, if we arrived in time to get a snack, so we actually arrived with enough time to spare. It means actually a little bit earlier. So we could go and get a snack, get something to eat before the show, not the snow or the schno. Okay, so that's just a little something on time and in time. And if you enjoyed this video, you will enjoy many more videos just like this. Just go to www.ingvid.com.